I'm delighted to say we've got Glenn Durrant joining us now ahead of the Betfred World and March Play. And Glenn, first thing we're going to ask, of course, 4 months away from competitive action, what does it mean to get back on the big stage?
It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, you know, Blackpool was probably the best darting week of my PDC life, and you know, the crowds, everything that the Sky production put together, and just unbelievable sponsors around us. It was just an amazing week. So like 12 months on, you know, it's just strange times, but, you know, at least the PDC have put a package together, and, you know, along with Betfred and all the other fantastic sponsors, is that, you know, we've got a competition to play in. And, you know, as a dart player, that's all that we really want. The stage looks magnificent. I'm sure Sky will do a little bit like the football with some background noises, etc. So I think when I go on that stage, I'm just itching to play now.
Let's just cast our minds back 12 months ago. I mean, you went all the way through to the semi-final, and when we were interviewing you, you couldn't believe how well it was going. Just what did it mean that week, those 9 days in Blackpool?
Well, I was still in that honeymoon period of being in the PDC. You know, there was a lot of doubters out there. I'd come as this 3-time back-to-back BDO world champion, and there was a lot of sort of pressure on me. But even now talking to you, the goosebumps are going. I went the year before, and Blackpool was just, you know, I turned to my best friend, Dennis Coleman, and I just said to him, you know, one day I've got to play here. And honestly, Blackpool was everything I thought it would be, and so much more. It was just the most incredible week, and really motivate you for the competition starting.
I mean, now you've had a few months off it enforced, sadly. Have you had time to reflect on last year, what it meant? I mean, obviously, alongside Blackpool, Grand Slam semi-final, Grand Prix semi-final, quarter-final of the Worlds. Has it just sunk in? How, you know, do you see it as a successful 12 months?
Yeah, self-reflection is really important. I used to do it in my day job as a housing manager, and trying to assess and, you know, put a strategy together about trying for improvement. But the bottom line was I had an unbelievable year, and I just hope people sort of understand the sort of pressures I was under, you know, because so many people were doubting. And had I bombed, had I been just a disastrous year, then what would them 3 BDO titles have meant? You know, probably not an awful lot. So it was a terrific year. There was a couple of semi-finals I'd love to sort of replay again, but you know, I got lucky in some of the other games. It was just a magnificent year, and you know, genuinely, the product the PDC puts together is it's incredible.
It sounds like you're itching to get back on the hockey.
Yeah, definitely. It's 4 months is a long time, but I'm a great practicer. You know, I manage my body now a lot better. Now I'm older, I can't do the 6-hour, 7-hour day stints I would do as a young man. But I put 2 hours a day in every day, quality practice. I didn't do a lot of the online stuff, but just prior to the Summer Series last week, I won a decent one with guys like Michael Smith, Chris Dobie, Nathan Aspel in it. It was a good mock exam, and you know, I could have done a little bit better at the Summer Series last week. I opened up with a couple of quarterfinals, and I really could have turned them into victories. And even on the last day, seeds were falling around me like flies, and I just couldn't break somebody who I'd beaten the day before 6-1. So that just sort of shows you the calibre of the players in the PDC. You know, number 128 can beat number one. It's a tough school.
We'll come on to your first round opponents shortly, like Jeffrey Deswan. But just go back to those 4 months. I mean, you said you're a great practicer. Is there anything else you got up to during lockdown to prepare you for what was coming towards the end of the year now? Obviously, the next 6 months are going to be really busy on the PDC. Were you just relaxing, or were you constantly practicing for those 4 months?
Yeah, I bloated up to about 17 stone after Ali Pali, and I got down to about 15 stone 10, I think was my lowest I got to. So the first few weeks, I was really frustrated with myself, because then I ballooned back up to about 16.10. But just before I've come this week, I'm down to 15.7. I would like to be around about 14.7 when I was at my fittest and healthiest, you know, physically and mentally. So I've done a lot of walking, a lot of relaxing, practicing, just spending time with my wife, which has been brilliant. Loads. I went 96 days without a kitchen in the house. We had the builders in. Then they got pulled out, so I was living in pretty much squalor, and sort of like it was like a building site, and it was getting us both down. But I've got a fabulous new kitchen diner now, so you know, I'll always remember this period, and you know, I'm just praying that that's you know, normality comes back to us as quickly as possible, and you know, we don't go through that again. But lots of relaxation and just trying to eat a little bit healthier. It's when I come to the hotels I struggle with the eating.
Making me envious, Glenn. 16 stone was a distant memory. I'll be there someday sooner, fingers crossed. Obviously, we've been following you on social media. You're a big lover of pot noodles. How many have you got with you for this tournament?
I don't make you say that. All right, yeah. But this is the kind of food, really, that sort of, you know, that'll put the weight back on you. You know, it's not good for you what's inside the pot noodles, but it's life in a hotel. You know, you're talking to me now literally 10 minutes ago. I've just found out I've passed my COVID test, etc. So I'm raring to go and everything now. So, but this is hotel life. So we are allowed to sort of leave the hotel. It's a bit more relaxed than the bubble of the summer series last week. So I'm desperate for some fresh air now and just sort of, you know, go from there. But yeah, the love of pot noodles, I'm sure, is the same for many, many dart players.
We've just slightly touched on obviously the difference here. You just passed your COVID test, as you said. That's the reason why everything is behind closed doors. How different do you think it's going to be? Obviously, it'd be very different from Blackpool and the raucous crowd. But also, you've had some floor events in the arena, but now you're playing on the stage without a crowd. I mean, is that going to be a positive for some players and negative for others, or do you think everyone will be able to adjust?
Yeah, my answer is I think everyone will adjust. But in the BDO, I won a World Darts Trophy in Blackburn, and a World Masters, I think it was in sort of Hull, and you know, where you can hear the clinking of the glasses, you can hear bar staff, you can hear people walking to the loo on a wooden floor, and that might be sort of like quite alien to people like Michael and Gezi and all that, who feed off the, you know, the temperature of the crowd. But you know, at the same time, Michael and Gezi and Peter Wright are still banging 115 averages in it. Barnsley's and Wigan Pro Tour was where it's silent. So my answer to your question is I think people will adapt, and I think the cream will rise to the top. And for me, you know, you them top three at the moment shining a light. And you know, if I don't win it, you know, my prediction would be that one of the big three would.
Well, let's talk about your first round opponent, Jeffrey Deswan, of course. He's not got a bad record, has he? Just 2018 semi-finalist in the match play, and although he was a first round loser last year, he pushed James Wade all the way to a tiebreak. It's going to be a tough first game for you.
Again, if and when you're interviewing other dart players, you know, Jose de Souza, Jeffrey Deswan were the two I think people were trying to avoid, because they're very much rhythm players, and if they get in a rhythm, they get into their routine, they can smash 110 average. You know, you get some players where you know you just got to beat a 94, 95 average because they're very consistent. You know, guys like Jeffrey Deswan can really explode, and he did that 2 years ago, getting to the semi-finals of the match play. It's not a draw I would have wanted, but now the challenge is there. I'm relishing it. I'm really excited about playing Jeffrey. It's a clash of styles. My methodical pace throw against the natural rhythm of Jeffrey. So it has all the ingredients there to be a fantastic first round game.
And just looking at the tournament as a whole, I'm sure there's been chatter around Milton Keynes within the bubble. Just what would it mean to yourself to go deep into this competition? I know it's not Blackpool, but it is still a major tournament. It is still the Betfred World Match Play, of course.
Yeah, like I said, at my time of life, you've got to grab these opportunities while you can. You know, I'm amazed that people like Merv King, Chris Dobie, Stephen Bunting aren't even in the World Match Play. So, you know, you've just got to, that's how tough the school is now when people are that calibre and not even in the first round. So you've just got to grab these opportunities while you can. I'm playing super darts. I don't feel like the focus is on me like it was last year now. I've rised up there. You know, I'm in the top 16 of the world now. So just grab the opportunity, and a big run would be absolutely mega.
Well, Glenn, here's a fantastic week in Milton Keynes, and the very best of luck in the Betfred World Match Play.
Thank you so much.